I was going 40. Yes, I was going Ma. Well, guys and gals, it's finally starting to warm up a little bit. As you can see, I've been doing some digging here. I forgot to move my gate this last fall. And all the snow and everything that has come off the roof and the stock tank when it overran has froze my gate in the ground. So I went and got some salt to try and get this gate free. I didn't really want to mount the gate because if cattle hit it too hard, I really don't want to break my posts. But I guess what I'm going to have to do is put some hooks up here where I can get my gates up off the ground so I don't have this issue again. And if we decide to put a gate in here, permanent, I want to get a full width gate, probably build one, and get another post and over there anchored good, and then I want to build a nice heavy duty latch so if they hit it, it's more solid. But you can see now the water's kind of run over because for some reason nobody's been drinking very much and they haven't been eating very much, so it's not helping my situation there any. But normally the best plans are made after you have issues with stuff. As you can see, we pulled a calf this morning out of a heifer that was having troubles, and it took me about an hour and a half to get the calf out. The calf's legs were twisted and bent down, so I had to fight with that. And of course she's a heifer, which doesn't make it any easier, so I ended up pinching her in the corner and getting the calf out, and kind of afraid something might have tore when we pulled her out, pulled the calf, so she's kind of locked in here for right now. Just been bringing her water and feeding there, just to keep an eye on her in case we have to get her in the chute. But I got to get this gate here free before I can even get her in the chute. So, ain't that right, Lily turd? So hopefully the salt here will break this ice up enough that I can get this gate out so I can get somebody in the chute if I absolutely have to. And of course she's going to lick all my salt that I put there to try and melt that stuff. But in making plans for what's going to happen this year, I plan to get this crap all cleaned up and get the back side of this shed built. I'm going to extend this at least 12 more feet. So I'll basically go over to where that fence is, that wire, both sides. And then I'm going to move the drive-in gate over to there. And then we're going to set a row of posts along here. We're going to get posts, shed posts. Set a row of posts where we're going to want them. And get this fenced. And get it so I can lock them in a smaller area here in case I got to move cows around instead of having a big area to chase them around. And then we're going to try and get this all leveled. And this row of posts, I'm going to build like a wooden fence, but they're going to be tall posts. Eventually we're going to put a hay shed here. Because it's been kind of a struggle trying to get net wrap and stuff off frozen bales. So we really want to build a hay shed. So it'll be kind of dual purpose, and it'll kind of close off the cow lot here a little bit. And then once we get the shed built, it'll double as a east wind block, because we've had some, normally every time we're going to get a storm, we get the wind out of the east. And during the winter, the wind, just the regular winter wind, prevailing winds are always out of the northwest. So if we put a hay shed right here, it'll double as a windbreak and a hay shed. Anyways, so that's kind of the plan there. But how's it going, old Ma? There's my old cow. There, right, Beauty Pie. So yeah, we had to chase that heifer around a little bit this morning, try and get her in there, which didn't help things any. I give her an hour to try and have it on her own, and then she was in there, and then I had some other things. When it rains, it pours. We discovered yesterday that our LP tank for the house was leaking. So I spent the better part of the morning dealing with guys from the co-op doing leak tests, and then finally determined that the hose is broke underneath the ground, so they had to run a temporary line to the house. And then, of course, put more propane in the tank and the barrel, and then dealing with that heifer. So it's been one of those mornings, but here you can see this little turkey. He's doing fine. His mom is doing pretty good at busting up straw bales and everything, but he's doing good. It's supposed to warm up here in the next couple days, so the plan is we're going to take his blanket off, and then him and his mother can come out here and play and run around, being he's been pretty energetic the last few days, so he's doing good. Mama's always been a good cow, so we'll get him out here and get this all cleaned up, and we're going to try and get to town and get the gates to get this all set up. And then I'd like to get that heifer in here. Of course, that was a heifer that calved. There's my other heifer I want to get in there. I want those two heifers in there. I'll just feed them and water them in there, keep their pen clean, and then they'll already be in there for calving. So, in case we have that issue again, those are the last two I'm really worried about. Everybody else has had calves. Not saying that they can't have issues or problems, but it's less likely that they will. So I need to get some temporary deal built here so I can fence this off to keep them just in this area in case I got to get them in the chute. So, but a lot of them are getting close. So anyways, that's just kind of what's going on, the good and the bad. So when I say it rains, it pours. Pulled a calf this morning, dealing with the LP situation. Got a temporary rubber line run to the house right now, which, whatever. Worst part is how much LP did it actually leak out. And then, of course, we were bringing that heifer in here, and she went through my gate, and she ended up out in the field, and we had to bring her back, which, whatever. It just prolonged the time to get the calf out. It didn't help any. So of course we got that heifer back in here with these other cows, and then I was gonna try and park my farm truck there to block that area, and the battery's dead in it. So this last bit of cold weather has killed the battery in my farm truck and the battery in my skid loader. So my skid loader, I got to put the charger on every day to get that started back up. So that's why when I say when it rains it pours, because seems like when one thing happens, a whole bunch of crap happens. So, but you kind of roll with the punches when you're in the farming industry. Everything is so uncertain. There's no guarantees. Everything is a risk. And that's a risk you take in this business. As hard as it is to deal with and gut when you have livestock, you will have dead stock. That is just a fact of the matter, and it's hard to deal with, but we have to. So it sucks the calf is dead. Now we just cross our fingers that that heifer is fine. She has been up. She just laid down an hour ago, if that. So now we just keep our fingers crossed that she is fine and she cleans out. If she doesn't clean out within the next day, we're going to get this gate free and get it set up so I can get her in the chute and clean her out or whatever. But so the gate that was on that side is up there right now. That one never froze, but this one, of course, here with the water running in and everything, it froze solid in the ice. So I didn't think about that. So it's the way it goes. You live and learn. Have issues that you didn't think about, slipped your mind, and you deal with it. So we'll get that gate unthawed or whatever and get it ready so I can get everybody else in there. And we're going to run and get gates here one of these days so we can get all them pens set up. And who knows, we might just buy another 16-foot gate to put in here and mount it up higher. I don't know. That's the problem with mounting a gate. As the bedding builds up, then you can't open and close it. And if you put it up too high during the summer, the bedding's not thick, and then you got animals trying to go underneath. That's why I really don't want to mount the gates. So I don't really know what to do on that deal yet, unless I build my own gate and make it so the bottom pivots up and down, mount it up higher, and then in the winter, a guy can always fold it up like a gate in a chute for like letting the calf suck. There's always that possibility, I guess. But we'll see what happens. But in a situation, when things happen, that's usually when you make your decisions on what you're going to start next. And I want to get this part done because I'd really like to have more room for some of my equipment to sit inside. And then build a hay shed going this way that we can put our hay and bedding in. So, yeah, anyways, when it rains, it pours. Anyhow, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one.